So there's a new trend hitting beauty salons and makeup stores. It has preteens and teenagers ravaging store shelves for makeup and skincare products. The industry that once targeted exclusively adults is setting its sights on young girls. But there's growing pushback against what some are calling an epidemic among Gen Alpha kids and their parents. Isabella Diaz reports.
It's called the Sephora Kids trend.
Time for a Sephora haul! I'm so grateful for these and no bragging.
And it has young girls using pricey skincare and makeup products to create online tutorials that they can post to social media. And these young beauty brand buyers mean booming business for the industry. According to a survey by investment banking company Piper Sandler, teen spending on cosmetics in 2023 was at its highest level in 4 years. Teen spending on cosmetics, skincare, and fragrances combined was up 23% year on year, with a spending average of $324 annually. So what's driving the trend? For one, a growing group of Gen Alpha influencers.
First, we're gonna wash our face, and then I got some new skincare for us to try.
These young content creators, born between 2010 and 2024, are taking social media by storm, with accounts run by their parents. And beauty brands are leaning into the trend, with everything from skincare labels to fragrance brands using advertising techniques that target younger audiences.
Chanel.
Some brands even work with kid influencers to advertise on their channels.
So today, Pixie has sent me their new toner, and we're going to have a look at it together.
But the trend is getting a lot of backlash from shoppers, dermatologists, and social media users alike. Adult shoppers complain of tween crowds, wrecked stores, as well as aggressive and rude young customers. Dermatologists warn teens using anti-aging products they don't need can actually harm their skin. And social media users accuse girl influencer moms of exploiting their daughters for profit with videos and images that make them appear more mature than they actually are. Still, some of these mom managers say social media isn't always what it seems.
But a lot of our content is satire. They are not really using the stuff. They are not using skincare because they feel they need it to make themselves beautiful. They are doing it because it is fun. They like the textures, they like the colors, and I am monitoring every single thing that they use.
Isabella Diaz, CGTN.
And to talk more about this increasingly common trend, I'm joined now by Jaclyn Taylor. She's the Vice President, #Closing Day Agency. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Gerald.
Absolutely. So Jaclyn, you know, during the holiday season a few months ago, and I know this as an uncle to 13, skincare and beauty products topped the wish list of Gen Z and Gen Alpha girls. Tell me, when and how did this preteen beauty trend start?
So it happened about last summer, where influencers like Alex Earl came up with a trend called Get Ready With Me videos, where they would sit in front of their vanity, put on their makeup and skincare, talk about products, and talk about what they like and don't like about these products.
Interesting. And you know, in recent years, stores such as Sephora and Ulta Beauty have become hangout spots for teenagers and tweens. I've even heard of Sephora parties. How much are companies doing to target this demographic?
A lot. We've seen a 61% increase in beauty purchases in the last year, and we're now seeing brands like Rare Beauty create lighter and brighter packaging to influence the younger demographic to purchase.
And how much do you think they're spending on advertising for this?
Millions and billions.
Interesting. But then, you know, we heard in the report earlier, there is increasing concern about what the Gen Z, Gen Alpha users are buying and whether they might be appropriate for their age. You know, anti-wrinkle creams, whitening serums. Some of these products contain rather harsh ingredients, don't they?
Oh, that's for sure. And parents should be watching what they're purchasing, but also reading labels and ingredients and seeing what they're putting on their skin.
Well, but then now we're talking about the role of parents in, you know, sort of really helping to regulate this industry in that case, no?
Absolutely.
So, Jaclyn, the role of influencers, I want to get into this because that cannot be denied. What do you think about the way beauty companies are marketing to kids through influencers? I mean, is it a very dynamic strategy or is it a dangerous one?
It could be dangerous, but I really feel like it is up to the parents to educate their children and monitor what they are consuming online, because regardless, these beauty companies are going to continue marketing to them.
Okay. Do you see this beauty craze as a passing fad, or is this something here to stay?
I think it's going to stay. I think TikTok and Instagram and just social in general is increasing, which means we're getting more exposure than ever to seeing these brands online, purchasing them on TikTok Shop. So I don't see it as a fad.
You said this started a little bit sort of over the summer, right? With what was it? Get ready with me, that hashtag. What is the content like, from you as a marketing, executive? When you see this content, how do you judge them?
It's a very raw and organic content. I call it evergreen content as well, where it's very personable, where you're just sitting in front of the camera. It feels like you're talking to your audience and giving your opinion on the products you like. But the consumer may not agree with you if these products are good for them or not. So that's why it is so important for you to also do your own research before buying and seeing what type of ingredients are in these products.
And is it because it's just so easy to consume, as you say, whether you agree with them or not? Is that why they're so popular?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so easy to consume, especially when you're on TikTok, you're scrolling. These influencers can now tag the products that they're using, and you can purchase it with a click of a button. So you don't even have to now go to the store anymore. You can just purchase right on your phone.
It's kind of scary, but also I suppose this is the age in which we live, right? It's funny because I'm reminded so much of the cartoon ads of the 1980s. I might be revealing my age here, when they were just filled with all these junk food and toys targeted to young children. I know you bring up the role of parents, but can more be done to regulate these modern day influencers flooding social media with content?
Yes, absolutely. I do think it could be more regulated.
But then, in this case, we also heard about these accounts run by the parents themselves. Are they facing a lot of backlash?
Are you asking why they're receiving the backlash?
Are they getting a lot of backlash, these parents who are, running these accounts? Because is there that danger that they, that some of these people who are consuming the content could be taking advantage of these influencers who are quite young?
Right. I mean, I think it's important that parents are running the account so they can see what they're consuming. 10% of what children are consuming, parents don't even know that it's inappropriate content. So I agree. I think parents should be reviewing content and be monitoring it, but also the children are going to consume it no matter what online.